Hi guys, it's Gemma, your Sunday vlogger thing, whatever I am. Today I'm going to do a video about my piercings, rating them sort of in pain threshold. Yeah, so we'll get started with the ones you can see. Obviously you've got my two piercings on my lip here. They were done at separate times in separate places. The first one I'll give a rating of about a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Whereas the second one I'd only give a 2 out of 5. The first one that I had done was a little bit slower. I assume it's because the piercer wasn't as competent as the person who did the majority of my piercings. But I didn't know at the time, obviously. In total, the cost of both of them is £55. It's quite a lot for 2 piercings, but if you want them done, you get them done, right? Next, I'm going to move on to my ears. I'm going to start with this one. You can't see, but I do have 2 lobe piercings. I've got my first and my second done, which is the same in this one, but I'm going to deal with this ear separately, because if you've noticed, it's stretched. Okay, so these 2 here didn't really hurt at all. I would literally give them both a 1 out of 5. And it's the same for my ear here. The stretched ear is now an 8mm, which it has been before. I've been up to an 8mm and let it shrink. It only shrunk back down to a 4, so it's worth bearing in mind. My ear was left to shrink for about a year, and it never shrunk back to its original size. So if you're thinking about stretching your ear, it's worth bearing in mind that not everyone's the same, and your ear might not shrink back fully. Regardless of what they say about you can stretch it up to a 1cm and it'll be fine. It varies on person to person. The only thing I'd suggest is doing it slowly, going from a 1.6, which is the normal size of your earring when you first have your ear pierced, like this one here that's not stretched, to a 2 or a 3. I personally went to a 2. And then up to a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. Doing it a millimetre by millimetre, because that's the easiest way, and giving your ear time to sort of relax between and heal. It's like any other piercing. If you get a piercing done, you don't go and sort of do something to it straight away. That would be stupid. It's the same with stretched ear. Next, because you can see it, it's here, is my conch. I'm going to be honest with you, this hurt a little bit more than a normal piercing. I'll probably give it a 3 out of 5 because it genuinely hurt. I've had problems with it now because I have blowout, which basically, the easiest way is for you to Google this, but it looks like excess skin around the outside of the piercing, which comes up to the ball. It's really sore and it's difficult to sleep on, so I'm unsure if I'm going to keep that in. I'll probably go and speak to my piercer about it, because that's definitely the best thing to do. If you've got a new piercing and you're unsure about it, go and speak to your piercer. Now, 2 that aren't really that easy to see is my septum. I don't know if you can see the look. Hold on. Push it out, and we'll push this side out. Yeah, see, I do have my septum pierced. Ugh. I've not had it that long, about 3 weeks. I have a really weird nose, so I don't really have that much of a sweet spot. It's all kind of cartilage here. So instead of going through the soft, squishy bit of skin that tends to be the place that it goes through on septum piercings, mine actually went through the cartilage. So it's a lot stiffer than it should be. It looks like I'm picking my nose right now. I'm not. I'm trying to show you. But it's a little bit more difficult to move than it should be. It's sore. The only thing I'd say is that this I'd definitely give a 4 out of 5. Maybe, yeah, it made me twitch. And usually I'm okay with piercings. The only thing I'd say is the underneath of your nose here, whatever this is called, is really sore and tender for a little while. In fact, mine's really tender sort of here and occasionally like on the tip of my nose. If my boyfriend, who has a habit of kissing my nose, kisses my nose, sometimes it like is a little bit tender and sore. Everyone wants that, but once again, I will probably wait it out, let this heal a little bit better, and then swap it to a horseshoe. Oh well. Next, I'm going to go on to the one that I actually still have, and then I'm going to do a couple of piercings that I have had before and have taken out. So the piercing that I have at the minute that I cannot show you because this is going on the internet is my nipple. I have my nipple pierced, and that surprisingly didn't hurt that much. I'll probably give it a 2 out of 5. Some sort of pain for me. Yeah, apparently it hurts more for men though. So if you're a male out there, whatever. Yeah, so it really didn't hurt that much. The piercer that I had, once again, is not the same guy that did my lip, my conch, my septum, blah 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 blah. It's not the same guy. It was a different guy who messed up and put a bar that was too short in there. So one side of the bar actually went under the skin and stretched the piercing hole. So to sort of make sure that didn't heal over, I had to push it back out again. That hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt so much. And I've now had it done for quite a while. I don't know when actually. A couple of months, few months. So I've swapped it to a ring, and it's still a bit rank. It's not very nice. It's still quite sore as well. So it seems a bit odd. And the girl that I went with to have it done, who had hers done at the same time, hers is swelled up a little bit as well at this moment in time. I'm not entirely sure why. Once again, that might be something that I'll go and speak to my piercer about. So lastly, the two that I've had done in the past, but don't currently have in anymore, is the top of my ear. This I had done, and it was about 2 out of 5 on pain. It didn't, however, heal, so I had problems with the top of my ear healing, and I had it in for about 2 weeks before I had to take it out because it went grotesque and disgusting. And then lastly is my belly button. I had my belly button done when I was 10 years old. This was literally nothing. 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, whatever. It really didn't. I couldn't feel it at all. The healing process was fine. It healed really well. The only thing with belly button piercings is I find they get infected really easily. Mine got infected once. But a lot of the people I know have had theirs infected a couple of times. I took it out because I just didn't like it anymore. That was my reasoning for taking it out. And that's about it. That's all I really have to say to you guys for today. I'm sorry this video is so long, and I'm sorry I was non-existent last week. However, at this moment in time, my anxiety has been playing up, so I've not really been on my laptop too much or on my phone, and I've kind of been keeping my distance from people. In the future, if that occurs, I will try and get in touch with one of the other girls on the channel so they can stand in for me. Oh, I'm so tired. Anyway, I hope this kind of helps. If you do have any questions, just leave a message in the inbox, wherever that is, or comment in the down thing down there. Thank you. See you next week, guys.